Hello, MGTOW. This is Ikenna 351. I'm a man going my own way, doing my own things, enjoying my life as an unmarried man. In this video, I want to talk about something that has been on my mind, and that is apology and forgiveness. I've observed that a lot of time when people in politics, talking about politicians, celebrities, all these public figures, when they make some statement that the majority considered offensive, yeah, I will use the word offensive, everybody will start demanding for apology. So they have to come back and apologize for us to forgive them. See, I have no issue if it's the female demanding that, because of course, me women, they rely on other people's validation or approval to be happy. But it's when it starts coming from men, that's when it becomes worrisome to me. Because masculinity has nothing to do with it. It's an anti-masculinity. It's not a thing that is known with masculine energy. Why do you need somebody's apology for you to feel good? Just because the person has a different opinion, it now requires his apology for you to feel good, or demand for his apology for you to forgive him or her. There were days when you see masculine men, probably quarreling. Sometimes they even go physical, fight, beat themselves. The next 2 hours or the next day, you see two of them in a beer or hanging out somewhere, drinking and laughing. None of them came to apologize to anybody. They just meet again, open a bottle of beer, and move on. You don't need to stoop low or submit to another person because you had a different opinion. When you are doing that, when you are demanding apology from somebody, what you are doing is you are training yourself to depend on other people's reaction, attitude, or utterances for you to be happy. You can't be happy on your own unless some other person agrees with you or does something that pleases you. If you're a man really going your own way, if you're a man that chooses not to appease the society or some of their, how do I put it, expectations they are, being put on men, then you don't need you still don't need any apology from anybody. I can see, sometimes I'll go online and see some articles or some videos people will make disagreeing with somebody or someone's opinion or a position. You see other people making a counter video demanding an apology. For what reason? You state your own position, state your own, how you perceive or your perspective and what you disagree with that person's position, period. You don't need that person's apology. Even if the person insults you or anything, fine, that's the person, not you. You don't need to go down to that frequency. He is vibrating on a different frequency, you are vibrating on a different one. Just move on, leave the person. Even me, I could tell what it took me to leave religion. Because when I was still practicing religion, I was doing some of these things. Of course, it was taught that, to be a Christian, you have to be humble. You have to always be sorry. Which brings me to another point, forgiveness. You have to always seek for forgiveness. Yeah, as a Catholic, then you always have to be going to confession, which robs you your self-worth, your self-value. Because every time, every day or every 2 days you didn't go to confession, you feel, you are not worthy anymore. You feel so bad. that you are worthless at that time until you go and seek for forgiveness. Which also it's the same thing as apology. Yeah, you have to seek for, when you apologize, then you are forgiven, isn't it? So all these things are, when I see people who are practicing these things, exhibiting all those behavior, I don't feel bad. I don't need to tell them, when they are speaking from that belief. I shouldn't feel offended because I was once there. The least I can do is, this is what I now know. This is what I now believe. My perspective has shifted. It has shifted, it has changed. I'm no longer that person. Even if they don't like it, it's not my business. If they are demanding apology for me for saying something against their faith, that's their fucking problem, not mine. Because as far as I'm concerned now, I don't rely on their acceptance to be happy. I don't rely on their approval to be happy. I don't rely on anybody's opinion to be happy. Even though your opinion may resonate with me, with mine, or resonate with me, or your perspective, is something that I like or doesn't like. It doesn't mean I will have to keep following, I'll become your follower. I don't follow people. Because that's what usually happens. People now, they become addicted to some of these public figures, that they worship them. And when the person now says something that is against or doesn't accept, or it does not resonate with, he starts demanding an apology for hurting him. For crying out loud, for what reason? He didn't ask you to worship him. He didn't ask you to follow him. So if you are following him and you are doing everything he is doing because you like his character, his attitude, his energy, that he disagree, that he decided to do something else that you do not agree with, doesn't mean you have to demand an apology from him for you to feel good. Like I said, if it's only women that are doing these things, I won't really bother. It's only that when men start doing this, I'm like, I know masculine energy has dropped down. Feminism has made sure of that. They have messed it up to the point that most men now wants to be women. I don't even know how to say about this trans. What was it? Did they have that biological urge or feelings from birth? Or is it some program, because of this program the the males or the boys are going to from childhood, that makes them start thinking or feeling that way, that they will rather be female than male. But like I said, these are the programs that makes people, the more you rely on other people for approval, for acceptance, it's a training. So stop demanding anybody to say sorry to you, to come and apologize for you to feel good. Yeah, he says something bad, fine, move on. There are billions of people. It doesn't mean that if that person does not come back to your life, you won't leave. You didn't come here for anybody. I'll probably do a video on this thing called soulmate. You didn't come for anybody. You are here to have your own experience and live. Probably you may come back if you want to. If you are a mixer, these are the things you need to know. These are things that will really help you. I'm not saying you must take what I'm saying as the gospel truth. But I'm saying it's a belief to rely on other people's apology to feel good. It's just a belief system that you are holding on to, and I don't know if it serve. I'm not sure you serve any man, because if you really have that masculine energy, you will feel very, very bad when you apologize for something you really believed in. Because when you apologizing means you are now dropping that your position. You are submitting to the other person's position. You are submitting to another person. You are becoming inferior to another person and let him be superior. Every once in a while, we find ourselves in some negative energy because of circumstances or whatever, or belief system that we still have inside us. So when we find ourselves in those situations, of course, there are certain things you may say, which may not be the real you. It may not be something you have become, but because you actually drop a little low in that frequency you used to be, you may act or say certain things. That doesn't mean it's not really what you wanted to, but the word will come out, and never people will start demanding, calling for your crucifixion, unless you come and apologize so that they can forgive you. Very, very pathetic. I remember when I was still dating, every man must be wrong in a relationship. It must never be right. It's your woman that must always be right, no matter what happens, no matter what she does. No, you must apologize to her. For what? They call it the sake of peace. No, for peace to reign in that relationship, or for peace to reign in the family, you must admit that you are the one that is wrong, not her. It doesn't care whether she stabbed you or anything. You are in the wrong one. You are the wrong person. You don't even need to explain yourself. Go and apologize. And people are saying, why do men die of heart attack? Talking about married men. Even these days, look at some people. They are just in a relationship. The lady will dump him. He will go and commit suicide. Yeah, it's a belief, because you have been programmed to accept that the woman is always right. So you are just following and worshiping him. You just lose your self-worth. You keep apologizing. As you are doing that, you are dropping. You're dropping. You are disconnecting for your main non-physical person or non-physical entity. You are dropping. You are disconnecting. Do not get to a point you become lost. So to connect back to that energy, sometimes people will go the route of suicide, because nothing else works for them anymore. They can't even reason anymore. You see, these things are programs that drop people, that disconnect them from who they are. Live your own life. If somebody offends you, fine. That's him. It may not be his true self. Maybe he's in a very dark place at that moment. And you don't also need to judge that person. Let him be. Move on with your life. Just go on. If he comes back, fine. If he doesn't, fine. Even if he comes back, don't expect any apology from him. The only thing you can focus on is his perspective at that moment. Not what he said yesterday. What he is saying today. How he's acting today. Not what he acted yesterday. Yesterday is already gone. He's a different person yesterday. But he can choose to continue to repeat and become the same person every day if he refuses to change or drop the frequency he was acting on the previous day. So those are the things you look out for. Forget about the apology. We all have, sometimes we go through emotional scale system where some circumstances will make us drop low, and for us to come back to our full us, we go through some dark moments, say things we didn't actually want to say, or act in certain ways that we are not, you yourself know this is not you. But this is one of the ways that makes you come back. Some people call it revenge. Some people call it, the most important thing is you're trying to get your power back. So sometimes you rush out, you say certain things, but it doesn't mean this is your true self. But then people will start relying on your depression, because that's what it means. They want you to go back to your depression by demanding an apology, to feel bad about yourself. Most important thing you need to understand is these words we use, they are just sound. This word is just is like trying to express what you mean, but most times words don't express what you actually mean. You're just giving an idea what you mean. There are some things you may want to say, but may not find the right way to use. That's why universe doesn't really care about what you, it doesn't care the words you say. What it listens to is what you mean when you are saying those things. You don't need to say a word for universe to know this is what you want. It's how you feel, it's how you're feeling, what you intend, inside your mind, what is going inside your mind, and your feeling of how you feel about something. That's how things manifest. It's like saying, oh, I love this person. But you who is saying this know that somehow inside you, deep inside you, you really don't feel that way about that person. You don't love that person. Not that you hate that person, but you really don't, what you say is not really what you mean. Probably you just said it to get something from that person, or just to please that person at the moment, or to manipulate the person. But you know deep inside you, you really have no feeling for that person. So words don't really mean. So when somebody says something, you know, people consider offensive. What is even this offensive? When someone every time, oh, he offended me for expressing himself, it becomes an offensive that he has to apologize. Anyway, I know a lot of people may not agree with me on that, but then, like I said, I'm a man going my own way, so I don't need you to agree with me or not. Because irrespective of your own opinion or whether you agree with me, I'm living my own happy life. So I will only tell you my own perspective. You can choose to argue. You can choose, of course, you have that choice to have your own perspective on every subject that exists on this earth, in this physical time. So I'll leave you to it. Just wanted to share that because I know it's one of the things that will help you as a man going his own way to live your happy life. The moment you start relying on other people to be happy, then you are already a successful Mikdal. Yeah, if you like this video, you can subscribe or share it so that other people or other men will watch and probably will resonate with them, or it will inspire them, you know, to make some changes or drop some of the belief system that don't serve them anymore. So thanks for watching. Probably do another video in another 2 hours. All right, bye.